So I guess I need to make a video to explain this. So here we go.
Let's be nerdy, babe. Let's be nerdy, let's be nerdy. Let's be nerdy, babe. Let's be nerdy, babe. Let's be nerdy, let's be nerdy, babe.
I thought people knew. I actually, like, when I did the live stream to raise money to get this avatar made, I explained it. I had lots of conversations, you know, in my Discord, in the comments, and all over the place, explaining why I needed to get a new avatar. But I guess not everybody knew, so it was just a shocking change. And some people apparently are upset, which it's kind of funny to me because, like, it's like clockwork. About, once a month, I get comments of, why are you a floating head? I don't like your floating head. What are you? Like, it's very off-putting. Stop it, stop it. And now I'm getting comments of, why aren't you a floating head anymore? I miss your floating head. What happened? You can't please everybody. I'm just trying to... I was about to say, I'm just trying to please myself, which sounds dirty. But that's actually not it. It wasn't just a matter of, I just want to make myself happy with this, which, I mean, I do. But I had to update my avatar. Like, it was 100% necessary. And in order to explain it, I guess I need to explain what I was doing before. Much like I would get these regular comments saying, I don't like you being a floating head, it's really off-putting, I would also get regular comments asking me how I did my videos. I would get, I also want to be a YouTuber, but I don't want to put my face out there. How do you do yours? And I would tell them. It was just the Memoji from my iPhone. There was no super fancy thing. I was just using the Memoji from my iPhone. Interestingly, I don't think I ever saw someone who asked me how I did it turn around and start using the technique. Probably because there would always be the follow-up question, because if you have an iPhone and you know about the Memoji feature, you probably know what the follow-up questions are. It's like, how? iPhone, for reasons that I do not understand, limits their Memoji feature to their Messages app. And even in the Messages app, you can't record video for more than 30 seconds. Also, you can't change the background color, so it's always going to be white or gray, which, if you know anything about video editing, is terrible. You can't key those colors away. It looks awful. I actually have a few videos where I tried using just the native iPhone background. It's a couple of reaction videos. It looks terrible. Like, I go transparent. The edges are bad. Like, my mouth disappears a couple of times. It's non-functional. You need to be able to change the background color. So when they would ask, how do you do it? I would explain. The first step to get past the 30-second limit, I mirror my phone to my computer. That's how I did that. I found a program called Duon that allowed you to have a wired connection. There's a new program called Prism, which eventually apparently will have a wired connection, so you can have it without any lag and you don't need to have Wi-Fi or whatever. So that's how I got past the 30-second limit. The second step was, it was two, or maybe actually a three-step process of having an app that I side-loaded onto my phone. So part of the process was getting an app side-loaded onto my phone. That was called, what was it called? Animoji Studio. That allowed you to change the background color to whatever color you wanted. I used green because, green screen is a thing. And you could also record videos for as long as you wanted, although I didn't need that feature as much because I now was using a mirrored program on my computer. So that was great. It worked perfectly until I started seeing people in various forums online saying, wait, I updated my phone and Animoji Studio no longer works. So I confirmed this. I had a couple of friends of mine who had iPhones who updated their phones, and I asked them, can you check and see if this program works? And it didn't. It wasn't being updated. I actually, it was such a worry. I found the person who made the program. Like, they were, like, I went into GitHub, found their Twitter, found various ways to contact them. And I think I sent them an email and a tweet, and I sent them a message on Reddit trying to be like, hey, are you going to update your program? Because, and basically, no. It was a hobby that they had made for fun, and they no longer really cared about it. They were not going to be supporting it anymore. So I stopped updating my phone because this app was going to stop working. I started to realize at a certain point, if I don't ever update my phone is going to stop working. And that became a real concern. So I, 9 months ago, decided to do a fundraiser to get this avatar made in order to future-proof my channel, basically, because I knew what was coming. And I was right. About 3 or 4 months ago, I started noticing various apps on my phone. Luckily, not serious apps, but various apps on my phone were stopping. Like, they just wouldn't open anymore. And my avatar was nowhere near this level. Like, it was terrible. So I didn't do anything. But about 2 weeks ago, essential apps stopped working. Like, essential to me. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and Audible stopped working. I tried a couple of other audiobook programs, but I couldn't listen to the books that I had, that I own from Audible. So, like, I want to listen to the new Rosamund Pike version of Dragon Reborn, and I can't because it's only on Audible, and my Audible won't open. And my podcast app started working, and I listen to podcasts almost daily, and essential things were no longer working. That started about 2 weeks ago. Luckily, by that point, I had an avatar that would function. It is not perfect by any means. That is something I think people do need to understand. I know that. But I am one person. I am one person with limited time and limited money. This has been a very expensive process to get this done. I am not Apple. The Memoji was better. I know that. It had better facial tracking, better expressiveness. But they were designed by people who were literally had the might of Apple behind them. I have the people that I can hire with the money that I can afford. So I am one person. I am one person doing motion capture in my one-room apartment with an iPhone and a Leap motion tracker. This is what I've got. And I am going to continually be improving her when I get more resources, when I find artists that I can trust, because that has been a huge part of this is, because this is not something I know how to do. I have to trust that the people I hire will do the job that I hire them for, and that has not always been the case. So, anyway, all of that to say, I know that she is not perfect. I know that there are improvements that need to be made, but I also had to update my phone. I did it 2 nights ago. People in my Discord, in my Patreon, I should say, know how terrified I was. Like, I was actually, I backed up all of my photos and everything because I didn't know what was going to happen because I was so out of date. But I needed my phone to function. And so, yeah, I am going to continually improve her as I can and continually improve my setup as I can. But I hope that you will be patient with me and be patient with this process and understand what I am working with. And I do thank you and thank the people who have been understanding and compassionate and the people who supported me in getting this done. I basically had no choice. It was either update or have a non-functional phone or just stop making videos. Those were my options. And I updated because that was the best option of those 3. So yeah, thank you very, very much for your understanding and for your patience and for continuing with me in this journey. And I look forward to improving her and improving everything about this and to making more videos. Bye.